Hi everybody, Peter here, just back from Liverpool Comic Con, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about The Last of Us. So, I was lucky enough to attend Liverpool Comic Con, as I've said, and lucky enough to go to a panel hosted by Bella Ramsey and Gabriel Luna, two of the actors from The Last of Us TV series, which is phenomenal. Now, they both did a panel, and I've cut and paste some of the sections of the things I've recorded, so let's have a little look-see at that. Before we do it, please do hit that like and subscribe button, and if you're interested in knowing more about Liverpool Comic Con, check out this video on my channel.
Liverpool, give it up for Miss Bella Ramsey! Sit wherever you would like, and please welcome to the stage, Gabriel Luna! She's rocking that bubble tea, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Gabriel Luna, everybody!
It is worth noting that the actor strike is still on, so they couldn't talk about live programmes or mention TV show names, things like that.
I watched Dead Poet Society recently.
Oh, great.
Which I saw someone with a Dead Poet Society tattoo earlier. Don't know where, but yeah, I like Dead Poet Society. Also Feel Good, me and Martin, obviously.
Did you see Pig?
No, I've not seen anything, Gabe.
That's also a yeah. Yeah.
My film education is terrible.
But Pig is a newer another Nicolas Cage movie, coincidentally enough. But amazing. I mean, I like food. I guess I'm telling on myself here because I also said I like The Bear, which is also about a chef.
Pig and the Bear.
Yeah, The Pig and the Bear. Man, Bear, Pig. South Park. I like South Park too.
Is it correct that he's half man, half bear, half pig? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I mean, the math is
Yeah.
takes some tweaking, but yeah. The sweetest thing will never do. I still miss you, baby.
And I don't wanna miss a thing.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
Are we like a duet now? Are we a group?
We're a band.
Can someone, alright, next person, name our group.
I actually do. Can I tell you it and then you can tell me yours? Well, it's not really a joke, it's more of like a statement. In that, did you know that the CEO of IKEA just got elected president of Sweden?
Is that true?
Yeah, he's still assembling his cabinet.
I missed the first line. What did you say?
He's still assembling his cabinet. This guy missed it.
Because you
Thanks
told
for
that.
that.
I'm so gullible. Because you told it such a good one. I thought you were.
So believable.
Yeah.
Thanks.
$1.25 for pecan in Barbados. $1.20 for key lime in Jamaica. $1.10 for pumpkin in the Dominican Republic. These are the pirates of the Caribbean.
That's good. That's a good one.
It's very Comic-Con appropriate. A lot of Jack Sparrow.
There you go.
Well, so yes, so the zombie apocalypse happens, and I decide, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the supermarket, and I would get. Can I get a shopping basket? Can I get several things? Can I just
Like
get one?
supermarket sweep.
I can get several. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I would get some chewing gum, some Rennies, and some bread. But it would go mouldy. Just chewing gum and Rennies. That's all you need.
There was a show in America, I don't know if it's called Supermarket Sweep. And the whole show is like you're guessing the prices of certain items in the supermarket. And if you get to make it to the last round, you get a shopping cart and you just rush through. You're trying to get your basket to the sum of the prices of the stuff in your basket to be the most you can. So people are going all around just stockpiling certain things. They're trying to be strategic about the things they get, because, you know, trying to find the most expensive thing. But I always was so excited. I was like, dude, that'd be crazy if I could just take a shopping cart. While everybody was rushing for the toilet paper, I would...
We've got props.
Haribos.
Nice. Supermarket swept the green room for Haribos. Well done.
I supermarket sweep the green room for all the Haribos. Sorry, Shamik and anybody else who wanted some. I got them all.
I've never seen a Marvel movie. Or a DC movie. Which is probably a crime.
It is a crime.
Being at Comic-Con.
Her and Marty Scorsese were like, no.
Yeah. Maybe Batman?
Good answer.
Thank you. Batman. That's why.
That's probably my answer too. But the Ghost Rider probably is my.
I joined my local stagecoach when I was 3. They let me in early. You're meant to join when you're 4. But I did it because my older sister was in the group. So I did like local theatre since I was really young, but never with the mind of like, one day I'm going to be an actor. I never even thought about that. I got into it professionally when I was 11. I joined this group, the Television Workshop in Nottingham. Shout out Television Workshop in Nottingham. When I was 10, I got in when I was 10. And they act as your agent, as well as you just like go every week and mess about for a couple of hours and do improvisations and stuff. They also act as your agent, so I ended up getting auditions for things, and then I got the one that we must not speak of, and then I just sort of, that was it. Been doing it since then, carried on. That's like 9 years ago now. I've been doing this for 9 years. But yeah, that's how I got into it. How did you get into it?
This is just a long story, but I'm going to try to tell it very quickly. So I was the dodo bird in Alice in Wonderland when I was in 3rd grade. I swore off acting for the rest of my life. I was terrified. I had to do a whole bit where all the girls in my class would dress as birds, some of them, and I was the dodo bird, and we had this whole dance routine. And there was a girl named Jennifer Cowan, who I really, really fancied, and was very nervous, and I had to dance with her, and it scarred me. And also people laughed at me because I had this like waddly tail, and I had these like long johns that I filled with bed sheets to make me kind of waddly, and we had to walk down in a procession straight down the cafeteria to the stage, and everybody was laughing, and I was like, yeah, I'm good, I'm not gonna do this ever again. So flash forward to I'm 18 years old. I'm a student athlete. I had scholarships to play American football in various different schools. I dislocated my shoulder 2 times that year, and I lost all my scholarships. I was a very strong student, so I was going to go to the University of Texas, which was a business school. I had already been accepted. I just had to find the money because we couldn't pay for college. So I was assembling grants. I was assembling scholarships. I was going to make it work. It was going to happen. But then at the time I was in a technical theater class. They always told me my father loved carpentry. And so I took a very young age, took a shine to that type of work, and decided that's how I was gonna get my fine arts credit in high school. I was gonna swing a hammer and build sets, and they were gonna give me my fine arts credit, which is great. I love to sing, I love to dance, I love to draw. I didn't want anybody to see me do any of those things. So I was doing that, and then when I hurt myself, my teacher, we heard us read a play, and he heard me read. He thought that I should try out for the play, and I said, no sir, I can't do it. I got to go to practice. He's like, what do you mean? You're hurt? I was like, well, I'm a captain. I still go to practice just to keep the guys in line, which was true. I did do that, but I didn't have to. It wasn't by any means mandatory. I was doing it voluntarily. I said no because I was afraid. That night, literally that night, I go to my grandma's house. She calls me over there to get those yearbooks that I talked about that belong to my father. Also his trophies he had won, and also a VHS tape that I pop into the VCR, and it's my father in a play that he wrote, starred, and directed for our church for Easter. And it struck me as, this can't be a coincidence. It was the first time I've ever seen him alive. It was the first time I heard his speaking voice, first time I've seen him animate. And it made a really strong impact on me. In that moment, I wasn't scared anymore. I felt that maybe if he could do this, I could do it. You know, we're of the same blood. So the next day I went, I told Mr. Sharp that I would do it. I auditioned for the play. I was there in my Letterman's jacket with all the theater kids, and I felt very out of place, but I was very struck by how confident they all were and who they were as people. Not like the dancers or the cheerleaders or the other football players, people who are always thinking about what other people care about, you know, how they look, what they're saying, and it just seems so fearful. And these people in this room were not fearful. And it helped me shed my fear. And I auditioned, and the scene they gave me is from a play called 1918 by Horton Foote, who's known as the Texas Tennessee Williams. And it's with the lead character, Horace Robotos, standing next to an older woman who he's standing in front of 2 unmarked graves, asking which one belongs to his father. And I remember in my mind, I thought, I've done this before. I know what this feels like. I've done this hundreds of times. I know exactly what this is. And so it came out like breathing. It was involuntary. It was very natural. And to this day, I went to college for it. I'll try to wrap it up. I got in the play. A woman saw it. She gave me a full scholarship to St. Edward's University, $75,000 scholarship to be an actor. That was 22 years ago. I'm still doing it, which is great. And they've taught me a lot of things, and I've learned from everyone. I've learned from Bella. I've learned from people I've worked with. The greatest thing I've ever learned is that instinct in that first moment, which is, I know what this feels like. I've done this before. And so the way I interpret that is live a full life, encounter people fully, listen to people's stories, make stories of your own, so that when you get there on the day, you don't have to fake it. And in that moment, I wasn't. It's something I had done many, many times in my life. So that's what I believe in terms of acting. I don't know if that's technically classifies as a philosophy, but that's kind of at the root of pretty much most of the things I do.
That's an amazing story.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. And it all started with a dodo.
I have so many.
I'm kind of like at a dinner table. I need all my silverware to line up. If I have like a roll of candy, like Smarties, I like Smarties. I don't know if you have Smarties here. They're like these little small party candy. I have to have them all kind of perfectly. Yeah, OCD, I guess, is that what's that called? But I need kind of everything to be in its right place.
What about like money in your wallet? Some people are like that, where I have to face the same way and have to
stuff. I need the denominations to go in order.
Yeah.
And I need to fold it 3 times. When I was a kid, when I took my lunch money, I got reduced lunch, which was sweet for a while, for 50 cents. And then my mom got a better job, and they didn't give us reduced lunch anymore, so it was $1.25. And so I would take the quarter, and I'd put it in the dollar, and I'd roll it up, and then I'd fold it a very certain way, and it'd become like a small little coin, but wrapped in a dollar. It's weird.
Idiosyncrasies running wild.
Yeah, stuff like that. What about you?
You asked.
I don't know if I think I do so many so often that I'm not really aware. This isn't really something I do, but like when I'm walking down the street and I'm carrying something, like I have a backpack, I don't know. If I'm like carrying things, I just don't know how to walk down the street normally and like carry and have, if I've got a backpack, it's fine. I don't know what to do with my hands. And then if I'm walking down the street and I've got like a shopping bag and like a jumper, I'm like just so aware of how I'm holding everything. And I like switch, I'm just like so bizarre. If anyone was to watch me during my whole walk home, they'd be like, what is this? Because it's like I switch positions of everything so much. Oh, probably no, this is probably more relevant. I have sometimes, I'll need to stretch my foot a certain way, or sometimes I can feel my toes too much, and then I have to like move them so that I can't feel them anymore.
We've got a question here, number one on the right.
How's it going, guys?
Hello.
Both of you have played characters that have been portrayed by other actors in another medium. Did either of you get like words of advice from those other actors, or did they comment on your performances afterwards?
I've had really good experiences with that, of people who just, with people who played someone previously. That's a weird way of putting that. People who've just been really lovely and supportive and have messaged to be like, I think you're great for it, and like, congrats, and like, and then just being lovely afterwards. And there's always a sort of an understanding of that this is a different medium. I don't want you to copy me. I don't have any notes for you because this isn't something that I'm involved in, and it's a separate thing. But the support from like afar has always been there. So I've had a really lovely experience with that. What about you?
I had the same experience. Jeffrey was a sweetheart, and he defended me to the ends of the earth online when everybody was being weird. And
Yeah, same with Ashley.
God, I love him. Yeah. And then in the other instance, well, we're not technically the same characters, but we are all killing machines. And so they gave me some advice, Ronald and Robert. And, well, but no, not really advice, just immense support, wind in my sails, and they're like, you know, do your thing. And so that's, yeah, it's been really, really great. And then Cage, just from afar, just watching everything he does. And didn't do anything that he did, but just, obviously I have a soft spot in my heart for that guy. I did hear that he shot 3 bullets into the roof of his own house at a dinner party, which only makes me love him even more. He wasn't even mad from the way the story was told to me. I think it was just to get a response out of people, which I guess is all we're really trying to do. Is just get a response from our partner. You rose like a salmon, then like a bullet, it was in the back of the neck.
That accent is spot on.
I mean,
I
that's
love that
incredible.
we're ending with that.
I know.
Any final words, guys, for your fans here?
I love you.
Thank you very much for coming and listening to us.
Yes, thank you guys so much.